doesn't believe in making a little time for a little fun? And when we say fun, we mean Carnival. So what is Carnival? Well, Carnival means 4 days straight of partying, day and night in the hot sun, and a lot, and we mean a lot of water. Carnival is always celebrated the last few days just before Ash Wednesday. And here in Panama, Carnival has been celebrated year after year since the days of colonial rule. Since that time, Panamanians have observed Carnival by dressing up as kings of Spain, Spanish soldiers, slaves, and Indians. Then in the year 1910, the mayor of Panama, Jose Agustin Arango, made Carnival an official holiday for all of Panama to enjoy. The most famous of Panamanian carnivals are those of the small towns in Panama's interior, such as the carnivals in Las Tablas y la Villa de los Santos in the Los Santos province, as well as the carnivals in Oku and Chitre in the Herrera province. Dolega and Chiriquí, Penonomé and Agua Dulce and Coclé also attract great crowds for their carnival. And now the Panama City Carnival is quickly becoming a top attraction as well. In Panama, the biggest carnival is right here in Las Tablas. Although the location may differ, all carnivals in Panama do share several common characteristics. Each town has its carnival queen, and where there's a carnival queen, you know there's going to be a rivalry. And in this case, that's the rivalry between the queen for Calle Arriba and the queen who represents Calle Abajo. Just imagine, it takes nearly 3 hours in a team of about a dozen people to do hair, makeup, and all the wardrobe for the Carnival Queen. She does this 2 times a day for 5 full days of Carnival. For decades, there's been a huge rivalry between the 2 Carnival Queens, Calle Arriba and Calle Abajo. The term Calle Arriba and Calle Abajo was first coined by a priest in the year 1935. The tradition and rivalry between Calle Arriba and Calle Abajo date back to more than 200 years ago, where the original rivalry began in the towns of La Ermita de la Santa Cruz and Caledonia. The people of these 2 colonial towns were divided by their devoted religious beliefs, and for years disputed the date to celebrate the day of their respective patron saint. Since its inception, the difference between these 2 groups, Calle Arriba and Calle Abajo, could always be noted in their chants and songs. But the main attractions in Carnival are always the beautifully decorated floats where the Carnival Queens and her fair maidens, known as princesses, ride through the streets night after night during this special time of celebration. So just how do thousands and thousands of people manage to party for 5 days straight without end under the hot, intense Panamanian sun? One word, culecos.
Yo vivo mi vida así, y al que no le gusta. Yo vivo mi vida así, y al que no le gusta. No venga a decirme que no lo disfruta y no venga a decirme que no lo disfruta. No me gusta el bochinche, me vale lo que dice, lo que a mí me sobra.
During the day, there are 2 floats, one for each of the queens, and to escape the intense heat, the water sprinklers, known as culecos, refresh the carnival partygoers when the Panamanian sun is at its hottest. Then in the evenings, after everyone's clothes have dried, the queen changes into another beautiful dress to match yet another majestic float. The most loyal of the queen's subjects run to the streets to follow their queen and their float in what is known as the tuna. It is true that there are very few hours for rest during Carnival because as soon as the sun comes up the next day, the party starts all over again.
Yo trabajo duro y hago mis quehaceres.
for sure, time is of no concern, but the calendar does matter. Starting on a Friday, the Carnival Queen from the year before makes her last trip through the streets before she hands over her crown to the new queen at the end of the night during a traditional coronation ceremony. The following afternoon, the new Carnival Queen makes her appearance dressed in a spectacular costume. Then by Sunday evening, the queen returns in her coronation dress and rides through the streets on her float, which matches a particular theme. Monday evening is the most elegant of all the nights, where the queen is dressed from head to toe in a dazzling dress, complete with thousands of sequins, sparkling beads, jewels, and feathers. The last full day of Carnival is Tuesday, which is also known as Mardi Gras by the French and simply means Fat Tuesday. People run to the streets to follow the floats and dance in the streets for one last night. The biggest attraction of the last night are the traditional dancers of Panama known as the pollera.
Is the typical national dress of the woman. La pollera is all handmade. It's have too many class of pollera. One is called marcada, surcida, sombreada, and the other one, special for the work in the past, call it la montuna.
In honor of Carnival, I had the wonderful opportunity to spend the afternoon with the Cárdenas family of Santo Domingo, Panama, who is without a doubt experts in the pollera tradition. For nearly an hour, the ladies dressed me in the beautiful pollera costume as they explained the meaning and origins of the pollera here in Panama. It's amazing to think of all the hours that goes into sewing the careful little stitches on these beautiful dresses.
This is pollera marcada, one of the class of pollera. The labor of the pollera is flowers and some birds. This is tembleques, peinetón, pajuela, peinetas, parches. Estos son jazmines de coral, hechos de coral, and all of these chains that she wear are in gold, pure gold. This one is called escapulario. This is the most expensive chain of the pollera. Could be more than $7,000, just this one. This one is one of the traditional one called la chata.
Esta casa está aquí al lado, fue construida en el año 1916. Es una casa de quincha. El piso abajo es de ladrillo de aquellos tiempos cuando empezaban a haber pisos de... No existía casi ni el cemento, sino ese es ladrillo rojo de los antiguos, los primeros que hubieron. Está muy pocas casas ya existen con esa clase de piso. Esto es para mover las cañas, para sacar la miel. Aquí, yo estoy parado aquí, ¿ves? ¿Sí? ¿Ves? El caballo está dando vueltas. Yo aquí detrás.
Cerrando este.
¿Ah? Quedando aquí.
Dando vuelta y vuelta. Increíble, cara.
Y entonces uno va metiendo la caña aquí detrás y va saliendo el jugo allá.
Va adentro.
Pruébala para que quiera probarla, ahí está. Ah, lo otro. Puedes probarla poquito porque eso
Muy
está
poquito porque es muy...
Está dulce, está dulce. Sí.
De verdad, es delicioso.
La pollera is used every year on Tuesday in the time of carnavals. Tomorrow is Martes de Carnaval here, and most of the women who concur to this town use the pollera dancing for the street around the park and the street around the town, special for La Pollera. In this time, we used to, in Santo Domingo, to make some different and traditional costume like tamborito. Tamborito is a special dancing of Santo Domingo and in the province of Los Santos. Tamborito consists in some typical instruments and some singers that they are used to sing something like a jokes, a special song for the tunas, calle abajo o calle arriba. I have to say that calle abajo and calle arriba are different groups that during the carnival used to confront because the carnival consists in that.
Un saludo muy especial para el mundo entero de parte de Panamá hoy día de la pollera, traje típico de Panamá.
Carnival is one of the most anticipated parties of the year in Panama, and in general is even more popular than Christmas or Easter. So now we know what fun means. Fun means Carnival in Panama.